Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into free weight exercises that really bring the real-world benefits into your routine. Free weights, are so versatile. You can use dumbbells, kettlebells, barbells, and, well, they're perfect for a home workout too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really feeling the energy here. What makes free weights so special compared to machines?
Well, for starters, free weights force your body to engage stabilizer muscles
Right.
much more. Think about it. Whether you're doing a goblet squat or a front racked squat, you're not just moving a weight. You're balancing, engaging your core, and making everyday actions like rising from a chair that much easier.
That's true. And I bet it also makes the workout burn more calories since multiple muscle groups are working together, correct?
Exactly. When you use free weights, there's an inter and intramuscular coordination going on, which naturally leads to a higher energy output and calorie burn. It's like your body is constantly adapting and stabilizing as you move.
Yep. So if I understand correctly, free weights are not only for muscle building, but for improving your stability overall?
Right. They're super functional. Many of the exercises mirror daily movements, like carrying groceries or even getting in and out of your car. That functional aspect is a huge bonus.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And what about addressing muscle imbalances? I've heard that free weight training can help even out differences between sides.
Absolutely. Because each side often works independently with free weights, it's much harder to let one side compensate for the other. Over time, this helps to correct imbalances, making your strength more evenly distributed across your body.
I like that. Now, let's talk about some specific exercises. The goblet squat seems to be a big favorite. What's the deal with that one?
The goblet squat is a fantastic compound movement. You hold a dumbbell close to your chest, stand with your feet hip-width apart, and perform a squat. Not only does it light up your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and shoulders, but it also really demands core stability.
Right? And it kind of mimics sitting down and standing up, right? It does indeed. And what about the front racked squat? How does that differ from the goblet style?
The front racked squat is pretty similar, but you actually hold a dumbbell in each hand at your shoulders with elbows forward. This variation really ramps up the challenge for your stabilization muscles because you've got two weights to manage.
That sounds like it really forces you to engage your core. I imagine exercises like reverse lunges and lateral lunges bring some dynamic movement into play. Can you shed some light on those?
Sure thing. Reverse lunges, for instance, have you stepping back into a split squat position, working your quads, glutes, core, and hamstrings all at the same time. And lateral lunges hit your inner thighs and side muscles as you step out to the side, something we rarely focus on in conventional workouts.
Now, I kind of wonder, some might say that training with free weights is riskier than using machines. Isn't there a higher chance of injury if form slips?
That's a fair point, and it's something to be mindful of. However, with proper warm-ups, like spending 10 to 15 minutes on dynamic movements and light dumbbell maneuvers, you can significantly reduce that risk. Additionally, progressive overload is key. Don't jump to heavy weights before you're ready.
Progressive overload, right? It's all about gradually increasing the challenge as your body adapts.
Exactly. Whether it's adding more weight or simply varying your tempo, like pausing at the bottom of a squat or intentionally slowing your descent, it all ramps up the stimulus for muscle growth and strength.
Yeah.
It's smart training, not just heavy training.
Speaking of varying tempos, what about exercises that work on multiple planes of motion? I heard something about that being a benefit too.
Right. Free weight exercises naturally allow you to move in different planes. For example, moves like the renegade row or half-kneeling wood chop force you to rotate and stabilize. They don't just work the prime movers, but also enhance your core and overall mobility.
Really versatile. And then there's the technique behind these moves. Like the Romanian deadlift, you have to really engage your glutes and hamstrings properly, correct?
Yes, exactly. The Romanian deadlift helps teach you to hinge at the hips. With a dumbbell in each hand, you send your hips back while keeping a slight bend in your knees. It's excellent for sculpting your posterior chain.
I also noticed exercises like the kickstand single leg deadlift and single leg RDL are included. They focus on unilateral strength, right?
Spot on. Working one leg at a time, as in those moves, really tests not just your strength, but your balance and stability. It's like training for those situations in everyday life where you rely on just one leg for support.
Sounds challenging but rewarding. And of course, there are moves for the upper body like the bent over row, shoulder press, hammer curl, and even the lying overhead triceps extension. What do you think is the advantage of mixing all these into one routine?
The key benefit is that it creates a balanced body.
Yeah, balancing out strength.
When you mix upper and lower body exercises, you're not only building muscle mass, but also enhancing your overall coordination. Plus, many of these exercises engage your core throughout, which intensifies the workout without the need for extra equipment.
It's really impressive how free weights can optimize every aspect of your training, with stabilization, balance, and functional strength all rolled into one.
Absolutely. It's almost like doing a mini full-body tune-up with each session. And don't forget about the equipment flexibility. You can have, say, a light pair, a medium pair, and a heavy pair, and that gives you an incredible range of exercises to choose from at home.
Cost-effective and convenient. One thing I really appreciate is that free weight training allows you to fix muscle imbalances. With machines, it's too easy to let one side do more work. But here, each arm or leg has to carry its own share of the load.
Right on. It's like, giving equal importance to both sides. Over time, that really helps in maintaining symmetry and reducing the risk of injury from overcompensation.
That seems like a smart approach to training. And what about the higher order movements that incorporate multiple joints? For instance, exercises like the weighted sit-up overhead press and the lying dumbbell pullover seem to blend core strength with upper body mobility.
Definitely. Those moves not only target your primary muscle groups, but also enhance your mobility. Doing a weighted sit-up overhead press challenges your core stability while also working your shoulders. It's that intricate balance between muscle activation and controlled movement that really sets free weight training apart.
I like how it's all interconnected. I have to ask, given all these benefits and techniques, would you say free weight training is accessible enough for someone just starting out?
Absolutely, but with care. For a beginner, it starts with lighter weights, lots of warm-ups, and, focusing on proper form. It might feel a bit tricky at first, but with progressive overload, you'll gradually build up strength and confidence without the need for machines.
That definitely sounds approachable. However, I do wonder, isn't there a bit of a learning curve? Some might say machines guide your movement better.
That's a valid point. And honestly, for someone completely new, a bit of guidance from a trainer, even if just for the first few sessions, can be super helpful. But once you get the hang of it, free weights offer a natural progression that machines just can't match.
And beyond strength, the idea of developing stabilization and balance seems like such a practical investment in your overall fitness.
Exactly. Whether you're training at home or at the gym, free weights empower you with movements that carry over into everyday life. It's like the body gets trained to operate in all dimensions, which is essential for everyday tasks and injury prevention.
Right. It's really a comprehensive approach, engaging almost every muscle, both prime movers and stabilizers, right?
Yes, indeed. And if you mix and match these exercises, maybe choosing 4 to 5 moves for a full-body circuit, you not only get a balanced workout, but also keep things dynamic and fun.
Yeah, variety is the spice of life and fitness. This chat has really given me a clearer picture of how free weights do so much more than just add bulk. They're about balance, functionality, and overall strength.
Absolutely. It's an approach that challenges your body in all the right ways. So whether you're at home or in the gym, free weights can transform your routine into something both, efficient and engaging.
I'm definitely inspired to add some of these moves into my next workout. Thanks for the insightful breakdown. It's been quite an energizing conversation about making the most out of free weight training.